Good morning, good morning. We got an early start for, where are we going? We're going to Sacramento. Mega light load, probably about 2,200 pounds. Maybe quarter of a trailer, if that. A lot of these trucks, there was a bunch of trucks earlier, they said the traction law was in effect, and that means for four-wheelers. These guys are all chaining up. The chain law is not in effect. We're westbound I-70, so it's not in effect westbound. It is, I think it was earlier, probably still is, Vail, Eisenhower, eastbound. Time is 5:40 a.m. So the other day, I guess it was yesterday, it started the day before, I got loaded in Montrose, and I got there and at 0800, and the guy was like, I got to do this stuff first. I can't get to you. I'm like, that's fine. 3 hours after that, I finally was able to leave, recycled cardboard. And Dan, California dispatcher, asked me where I could meet another driver and have this load picked up by 0700, or have it to Denver the next day at 0700, which was yesterday. And I go, well, if he just left probably Green River, I could turn around and make it. Well, that guy didn't show up till 6 o'clock at night. So I wasn't too happy about that. I just sat there and I go, the best thing for me to do is sit here and wait for my time to come back. I could leave at midnight, 12:30-ish, and then drive all night, get to Denver, and have the load there at 7 a.m., which is what I ended up doing. So I left yesterday at midnight, 12:30, drove to Denver, and then got that load delivered on time. So then we picked up this load. But I was already kind of on a jacked up schedule. So I went to bed early last night, which enabled us to get up early this morning and head to Sacramento. Which is actually going to work out pretty good. So I'm going to swing by the house. We have a refrigerator delivery. And my son-in-law was going to hang out. But I think I can make it there. I got time to hang out. He was going to go to the landfill, do a few other things. And so sitting around, they give you a 4-hour window for the delivery. So I think I'll be able to make it. Let him do his thing and I can hang out. And then we will continue on to Sacramento. Probably go Highway 50, because we have a mega light load. Got to keep your speed up right here around this corner. I don't want to get behind these slow cars. It helps that we're light, but it's actually not really good because you can break the tires loose really easy. One good thing about leaving early, the traffic, there was no traffic. Usually you get the skier traffic coming out of Denver. Trying to get over, and these guys just won't let me. But they're leaving early in the morning like that. You don't get no skier traffic, so that makes it nice. It is 14 degrees right now. We are at the tunnel. Might have to put the defrost on there. Okay. Gotta keep this windshield clean. So yeah, here's what the traffic looks like when you leave early. So it makes it kind of nice, but I'll show you what the traffic looks like later in the morning. So that orange that you see in the map, or saw on the map there, is Eisenhower Vail area. We're at Eisenhower right now. That was about an hour ago. So about 4:45 when that was taken. Put the flashers on and bring our speed down. Wish we were heavier, but these cars behind us. One position, Jake should hold us decently. I mean, these cars are like right behind us in the truck lane. I'll go around this truck. And Jake, one position, Jake is holding us right at 35, 36. Gotta tap the brake once in a while. Kind of hard to see the lines and stay in them. I think we'll do okay. I don't like these cars. I got one just like hanging right at my trailer on the left here. It really bothers me. Like, can't you guys just stay away from trucks? I don't understand. After I said that, he speeds up a bit. Tennessee. I came through here yesterday. Pert and near the same time. I left Green River at 12:30 or 1 o'clock. I forget which, but I think it was like 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. The right windshield wiper was kind of bound up, frozen, and the center of the blade was not working anymore. It was like you get that freeze lock up, and it left the center of the windshield wasn't doing anything. So it's a good thing it was on the passenger side, otherwise I would have had to have stopped. Figured it out. I used to be able to reach out the window and slap my wiper blade, but I can't do that anymore because these fairings they have by the A-pillar here. So there's a truck going super slow. I'm going to take this lane now, or they won't let me over come time to move. Picking up speed a bit. Let's bring her down, clown. Saw a traffic jam in the eastbound lanes or westbound lanes, Vail, and I'm hoping that it's clear. I'll have to take another look see. I'll shoot my high beams around that guy. Sorry, dude. I'll take a look see and see if it's still that way or if it's cleared up a bit. Speed picking up a bit more. We're in 9th gear, 1 position Jake. Seems to hold pretty steady, but it does have a tendency to kick up a little bit. There's a car right directly behind us. Followed us each move we made going around that truck. I wonder if I drove off a cliff if he'd follow me. 15 degrees out. which that's nice. I mean, if it was 30, it'd be a lot slicker. That car, they got a car just sitting directly behind me, doing 35. As soon as we get past the 35 zone, I'm opening it up. I do it now, but that's a ticket. I think we're coming up here. This is the last point, and we're going to cut loose. There it is. We sort of just left him in the dust. I don't have his headlights in my mirrors anymore. So I saw a few old timers there at the yard yesterday, and they're like, "What are you still doing in that truck?" I'm like, "Driving it." Like, well, you guys all get new trucks? They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, well, they haven't said nothing to me. Well, maybe you should ask for one. I'm like, I'm not gonna ask. You know, I might ask. I don't know. I'm like, what's going on? But there's some. I think there's another batch coming out, so I'm not worried. This has been a good truck. I know they will eventually. But the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and I never squeal. Or never squeak, I guess that's what I said, yeah. So down here, Silverthorne, Highway 9. If we go to the north, it'll take us to Kremlin, Rabbit Ears, Granby, Grand Lake, get there from there. So now we'll go up and over Vail. So we will resume when we get over there. See you in a bit. FedEx. He's got his chains on. I don't know why. There's no need for it. Not on the westbound lanes. Sometimes they put them up on Vail 190 to 195. Actually, it's 195 to 190 because the numbers drop as you go west. And even that hill, I'll show you, it's not even, I don't think it's even necessary, but they do it. They put them up there. They're not up now. Another good thing, I checked Google Maps, and that purple area at the bottom of Vail Pass, westbound lanes, is gone. So that's a good thing. We get to just keep on trucking. Temperature's risen a bit here, 21 degrees. Now, driving at this speed in these conditions, there's a trick to it. You have to really be careful what you're doing. In other words, with the throttle, you always have to be the same with the steering and the brakes. But especially being light, we're mega light. You have to be cautious with the throttle, especially. Easy to break loose and jackknife. I thought that guy was going to stay in the hammer lane, because they do that. They'll just hang there like me. It's actually, we're coming up here, leaving Denver. It was clear. Full moon. The moon's in the western sky. Still up pretty high. And these, the snow, like the clouds are just hanging over, like Vail and Eisenhower, which is what they usually do. They don't hang on the mountains. Down to 19 degrees. This is the chain station. I've spent the night here a few times. This guy's looking for where he's going to chain up. I don't know why. The law's not even up. But yeah, there are people who don't know that, are probably a little afraid of the snow. And so these are people chaining down, which it's hard to say because as you're eastbound, you go up Vail with chains on. Usually Eisenhower will be as well. So, do you leave your chains on? Let them get damaged by this lack of snow? Or do you just run them? Or take them off, and then put them back on once you get over there to the bottom of Eisenhower. I usually will just keep running them and take them off at the top of Eisenhower. right before you go in the tunnel. So this is the hill. So we're at the 195, probably just past it. This is why they want you to, there's 195 right there. So this is the hill. I think the steepest part is right here. And if you had your speed up, you would make it. That's Copper Mountain to our left. And then it has a few more climbing spots, but it's nothing like the westbound Vail and westbound Eisenhower, or eastbound, sorry. Keep getting those mixed up. Yeah, that's not good to be parked right there. Of course, it probably broke down. So one thing about being light, we can just fly up these hills, but you know, you still have to be careful with the throttle pressure. Don't want to do it too much. Of course, the only time we'd really be doing it is like climbing, and you just have to be ready to let go of the throttle really quick to recover from a jackknife if it starts to do it. So this is the time that you would be easy on the throttle. I'm glad there's no cars to speak of. A few here and there. We got one scared right here. We're coming up on them. You know, like I've said a million times, I have a few people who are probably watching my channel for the first time. I think I'm driving way too fast, so I'm from the mountains. I drive for this stuff all the time. This is what I do. Takes a lot of practice. Like anything, to be good at anything, it takes a lot of practice. You don't just start at the gate. Like I said before, my first experience was on Vail Pass, and I was eastbound, doing about 30 miles an hour, and this truck just come. I mean, we're driving in snow, and there's probably about a good 3 inches of snow on the ground, and this truck just come flying by me. And I didn't think he was crazy. I thought, what the heck? How did he get comfortable to do that? You know, I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, you end up off the side of the road, you know. And I was, you know, thinking, how did he do that? Well, a lot of experience. Because once I acquired all the experience, I guess I'm kind of doing the same thing now. But see, this is not steep at all, and we're almost at the 190, so it's almost time to take our chains off. Of course, we don't have them on, we're barefoot right now, but if the chain law was up, it was up yesterday. The 5 mile stretch, I like to call it sometimes. The westbound. There's no overnight parking at that rest area to the left at the 190. And see them all parked there. Ah, good water. I already had my coffee a long time ago. We got 14 balmy degrees. Gerald R. Ford Memorial Highway. Probably said it 100 times, but I'll say it again. Maybe I'll say it again. Yeah, looks like I will. Here's a CDOT barn. Vail Pass, 10,662 feet. I don't really see any mag chloride on here. I wonder if they're throwing sand or what they're throwing. It's like the sun is trying to come out. It's behind us though. We are holding steady at position 1, Jake. It's like my hand is right at the Jake. It's on the column. It's like a blinker type lever, but it's right there on top and super easy, super fast. I can turn it off. So if I started to jackknife, meaning my tires lock up, throw it off, throttle up, get it straight, and lower down. So if you're jaking and that happens, turn your jake off. If you don't have the experience, do not use the jake. If you're heavy, you can get away with it. If you're light, no. And it depends on your tires too. If you have bad tires, legal, but they're not good in snow, and you're heavy, don't use the jake. We actually have snow tires on this rig. Brake action here, speed getting up a bit. See what happens when you get cars? They do stupid things, like hang out with each other. Well, get back over. Jeez. This is like doing this on purpose. He wants to control me. That ain't gonna happen. Sick of looking at his brake lights. We're at 20 degrees. So when you start to go too fast in your light, like this, like we are, you have to be like super easy on the brakes. So you got to leave yourself plenty of time to brake because you're braking so lightly. Usually there's a state trooper right here to the left. I thought I saw one there, but it was just the lights. It was a slow moving car. And that is it. We are down. Well, we're not technically. There's still a little more ways to go. It's 23 degrees and he's spraying, which means it's not ice. That's their beloved mag chloride. There's that Kia Telluride again. And now I can cut loose and he's going to be right there. And see, like they get by a truck or another car and they quit their progress. Is he going to go for it? Or is he going to hang out? See, he hangs out. Just move. I don't know why the people do that. They get next to a vehicle, are they scared? Is that why they... I mean, the best thing to do is just keep on moving. Alright, see you in a bit. Got up here. Semi-truck. Going the wrong way. King Supers, so he should be an experienced mountain driver. This is a new hire. Pretty well jacked up. Looks like he jackknifed that pretty good. Jackknifed it real good. Looks like he made it past the bridges. Maybe that's where he started to lose control and then proceeded to wipe out. So it was clear in Denver. I guess it's kind of clear here too. I can see a little blue sky there to the left. Now the sun is out. So they got the highway closed, of course. But it's right there at the off-ramp and the on-ramp so they can switch each other up. Get off, get back on. Georgia. back east somewhere. The license plate of that Ford Tortoise. So I had something pretty cool happen yesterday. I got to drive the V. I just literally went over, got it out, and went and bought a burrito and put it back. That's the kind of time frame that I had. I hadn't driven it in 2 months, so it needed, fluid circulated. I was glad to see I had a full tank of gas because ever since Biden destroyed the oil industry, they're forcing us to buy from other countries now instead of making it ourselves. Gone up in price. This truck is going to get right there. One of them Beko trucks. I thought he was going to hang out here. Usually you can't get away from those guys. It's a Beko, B-E-C-O. They run here quite a bit. And you always get caught with them. Thank you. I thought you were going to stay there, put me behind the other truck, and then block me off. Kansas. Can't wait till we get dry roads and get out of this mag chloride stuff. I think I'm done with the mag chloride today. Got old Bessie washed yesterday and trashed today. But it needed it. I mean, there was like plant life growing on the catwalk in the back. There was so much dirt back there. So this kid yesterday talked himself out of a tip. I always tip the guys when they wash the truck, which is not very often. So I mean, they're getting paid by quality anyway. But I always, give them $5 or $10. No, I don't care what kind of job they do because it doesn't matter. They don't do a good job. I mean, when I wash the truck, I wash it good. We used to be able to wash it right there ourselves. I mean, like literally where the boss parks his truck. That was back when it was a small company before it got all big like it is now. Like, I hardly know any of the drivers except for some of the old ones. That's what I was talking with yesterday. A few of the old timers who've been around as long as I have, and that's why they gave me. What are you doing in that truck still? She's been a good truck, so it's one good thing. But I went up to him and I'm like, "Hey, you're washing trucks today?" "Yeah, I gotta do the line here." I go, "I got one. It's a black truck." He goes, "What?" I go, "It's so dirty, dude, that it's like black." "Oh, I only got an hour left." And I'm like, yeah, I would think you would want to do the dirtiest truck first. All these trucks are clean. Well, this guy's in his truck right here. I'm like, all right, dude, don't worry about it. I go, it's been 2 months since I've had it washed. They don't care. I don't care. So, yeah, just don't worry about it. And so I started walking away, and he's like, well, I guess you could just pull it right over here. I go, only if it's going to get washed. I'm not going to do it. And yeah, that's why I said don't worry about it. No, I'll wash it. And he's frustrated me. So and he started washing it. I went and hopped in my other vehicle, which actually happens to be my son's Avalanche, and drove it over to the storage unit. Grabbed the V, came back, moved the truck after he was done with it, and went and got me a burrito. I'll show you guys a picture of traffic out of Denver. It's still a little early yet, 6:45 a.m. It's building, I guarantee you. It's skier traffic. It is building right now, and it's going to build up to a big purple line. One of the advantages of leaving really early on a Saturday, Sunday morning. Friday evening can get pretty nasty. Those are people with a few more bucks. They have a room to stay in. That's why they leave early Friday after work. And then we'll have the campground season. Oh, excuse me. And so then your Fridays will really be bad. So will Saturday mornings. Sunday, not as bad. And that's all westbound. But come Sunday afternoon, eastbound, the skier traffic and the camper traffic, the two seasons, get pretty bad. But I'll show you a picture at the end of the video here. I think we're about done with the fun. Yeah, this truck is filthy. Anyway, thanks again for riding shotgun with Mountain Man Mike. Trucking through the Rockies with an ultralight load in the snow. Anyway, till next time, enjoy. Peace. I'll post that snapshot right here. See ya.